When life sets exam for you. That is the title of this video. When life sets exam for you. You know, as Christians, our faith will be tested. Our faith will be tested. And so we find ourselves in a world where life sets exam for you. Because so many things happening today seems very ironical. The other day, a woman who clocked 40 years celebrated her birthday. And her mom, of blessed memory, she was an authority in the marriage institution, the marriage field. I've listened and watched her videos on marriage. I mean, when she holds the topic marriage, when she dissects it for you, when she breaks it down for you, you go sweet it to marry. Yeah, you go sweet it to marry. When it comes to marriage, she's an authority in that field. But you see how very ironical life is. Her daughter today and her husband are no longer together. When life set the exam for you. Very ironical, right? Yeah. The very thing which you preach against, the very thing which you preach about, life will use that thing and set exam for you. The very thing which you preach against. I've seen so many people preach against drugs, preach against prostitution, preach against pornography and masturbation. But you know something? Their children are practicing it. When life set exam for you. When life set exam, that very thing which you're preaching about, that very thing which you are preaching against, which you even have authority in it, life will use it, set the exam for you, and you go write the exam. You see somebody who is preaching, a pastor, a minister is preaching, is into the healing ministry, yet for house is either battling with one terminal disease or the other, or a member of his family is battling with the terminal disease or the other, or he was battling with it before he became a healing minister. That is when life set exam for you. When life set exam for you, as a woman of God, you preach against adultery. But that very adultery that you're preaching against, your husband, they do one. When life set exam for you. You preach about prosperity. But even before then, that person was very poor, like a church rat. Yet, they preach about it very well. Meanwhile, nothing in your pocket. When life set exam for you. You preach about holiness. You preach about righteousness. You preach about living a life that is worthy of emulation. You preach about the life of Christ. But yet, your children for house, they live opposites, or they are doing opposites of what you're preaching. When life set exam for you. You talk about sibling rivalries. Why it is not healthy for siblings to fight unending fights, prolonged, unresolved conflict among siblings. Yet, your siblings for house, they fight. They quarrel. When life set exam for you. You preach about sincerity. You preach about honesty. But when you go office the other day, they will carry receipts. Maybe you're the accountant on something. They carry receipts and invoice and give to you. And look at you. Your landlord has evicted you from the house. Children's school fees. You don't even have hope where the school fees will come from. Maybe one of your child again is sick. So many things. Food for house, no day to eat. And again, they present you an invoice. All you need to do is to add 1 0 to that invoice to become millions. And you have over 60% of that money when it is cashed. Meanwhile, this is you. Prior to that day, you preached about uprightness. They preach about holiness. And yet, this is an invoice staring you in the face. And there is enough space. So when you even write that 0, it will not be noticed. When life set exam for you. You preach against drunkenness. You preach against drunkenness. But one of your spouse or your children are drunks. They are into, they can drink from morning to night. When life set exam for you. And you know something? You see this exam? ChatGPT no get answer. Yeah. ChatGPT does not have the answer to the exam. Google does not have the answer to the exam. AI does not have the answer to the exam. The question paper is in front of you. Copy and paste. No day. You have to answer it by yourself. Because the other person too, the life don't set the exam for her. So there's no how you can copy for that person from that person, because that person's questions might be different from your own. In fact, it will even be different from your own. So there's no how you can do copy and paste. Don't forget, the answer is not in ChatGPT. Google does not have the answer. AI does not have the answer. The answer is not in any textbook. Copy and paste no day. It is you and your question paper. You preach against drug addiction. Yet, either one of the spouse or the children is struggling on drugs. When the life set the exam for you. You pray for people. You pray for women they conceive. You pray for women they conceive. As you just pray, they conceive. They carry full term and deliver. It is even you that will dedicate the children. But yet, you are waiting upon God for the fruit of the womb. When the life set the exam for you. Life knows how to set exams for you. The very thing which you hate, the enemy will put it in the thing which you love. The very thing which you hate, the enemy will put it inside what you love. What do I mean by that? For example, you hate drugs and cocaine. You hate it with passion. But yet, one of your child is neck deep into drugs and cocaine. And so every day, you're seeing nightmare. What you preach against, what you stand against, yet that is what your child is doing. When life set the exam for you. When life set the exam for you. The thing which you hate, the enemy puts it inside what you love. You cannot kill the child. It is you have to go past that child. Look for how you rescue that child from drugs. When life set the exam for you. You preach about marriage as an institution. Yet, divorce is stressing you in your home. When life set the exam for you. Life knows how to set exams. And if the enemy knows that you are an authority, your voice is loud in a particular thing, the enemy will use that very thing and come at you. Yeah, that very thing. You preach against anger, yet your own anger is not an emotional anger. Your own anger is a destructive anger. Let me set the exam for you. Yes, let me set the exam for everybody. No one is exempted. Yeah. No one is exempted. No one. No one is exempted. The very thing which you stand for, the very thing which you don't support, that is what life will take set exam for you. Answer not the ChatGPT. May God help us. That whichever way, no matter, I know one thing with the questions. Question 1 will get 1 I, 1 I, 1 I, 1 IV, 1 V, like that. When that one, you can't get, that's for just number 1. Then that same number 1 A, 1 B, And so by the time you come out of the exam hall, you go do. But you know something? When you come out of the exam hall, nothing you won't be able to confront. Nothing you won't be able to surmount. Nothing you won't be able to look at it eyeball to eyeball and figuring it out of your way. Yeah, nothing. I mean nothing. If David was a shepherd boy. He was used to sling. Now this catapult. That was what he was used to. He was not used to all this shield, gun, and all of that. He was not used to spear, sword, and all of that. So, and even if Saul wanted to wear him all those things, he said, "Okay, beg, pack well, I'm not used to all these things." What he was used to catapult now. Let me just catapult. And that was what he used to defeat Goliath. That's what he used to defeat Goliath. You see, life sets exams for each and every one of us. And by the time David came out from that battlefield, his life did not remain the same. For every battle he went, he won all the battles. Yeah. And so I pray for us that no matter the questions that is set before us, that will give us the grace to be able to answer those questions accordingly. Because you know something, you must be tested. You must be tested. You must be tried. You cannot be preaching or saying something about you will not be preaching about something and then therefore not use that thing and set the exam for you. But I pray for us that whatever is set before us as questions, no matter how many days or how many weeks, how many months it will take us to answer those questions, that God will give us the grace to respond to those questions. Those questions are also, if you notice, those questions are our daily life experiences. So when you come out, when you're tried, and when you come out of that fire, you become refined, remolded, rebranded, become undeniable and touchable. And that is when God will use your voice for nations. Thank you so much. I want to read your comments in the comment section. I am Grace, the founder of the Women's Theatre, a wife, a mother, and a parent coach. Please subscribe, comment, like, and share. Thank you.